one of the more dangerous return men in the league. And they'll avoid a ring up in the backfield next to Jackson. And they'll hand it off for Devontae Freeman to begin the day. Beg your pardon.
We'll see how this first couple series goes.
This time it is a fake, and he delivers on target to the empty set. Boy, just a flick of the wrist, but a dangerous throw by... Design run, there goes Jackson. He and Kyler Murray run behind him out there at that safety spot next to Xavier Woods. Jackson clipped it at the last moment. That's a live ball, and the Vikings may have it.
Personal foul, horse collar tackle, number 98.
Right, DJ want him down here at the bottom of the screen. They're going in and out, right? That's how they're playing it. So you take the inside, Barr, you take the outside pitch, man. But here he gets on the back of the jersey right there, below the nameplate, but still drags.
Nameplate or above, that's below the nameplate. That's not a foul. Same action, but it's below the nameplate. That's legal.
That's the subjectivity we were talking about it. So perhaps a break there for the Baltimore Ravens. We appreciate Dean clarifying for us. Here is Devontae Freeman.
And there you see a nice run.
Lamar Jackson keeps it, being chased by Wanham again. Slips past. Plenty of protection in time. Jackson looking end zone. It is Mark Andrews, and it's incomplete.
Drop by Andrews. He's got the leverage on the inside right there, right through the wickets.
Really wide receiver like tight end, and Andrews, that's a tough assignment. Here's Freeman on second down. Jackson, too tall for Andrews, and it was off the hand of the... One of the best in the business to ever do it. Rookie out of Iowa State, hoping for his first NFL kick return. And he'll have it here. And a good burst. Better from the 21. And it's a little end around for Justin Jefferson. And the excellent receiver with a good gain.
This offense that Clint Kubiak operates.
Fake to Jefferson. Big hole for Dalvin Cook. And he works out.
Back for Minnesota.
Cousins finds Cook out of the backfield.
All the designed big plays come off their running game.
Their number 2 back is Alexander Madison, who ran into his own man. Got
$6.
Successful challenge for John Harbaugh. His first victory on a challenge this year in 4 tries. You see Deshaun Elliott's right hand makes contact with Alexander Madison.
Tackle. He's the one that shoved Brian O'Neill in the backfield.
Cousins, deep shot. Got a man. Jefferson, you bet. Touchdown, Minnesota!
It's in the call right now. Elliott talking to his defensive backs right here, and you see him playing. That's Humphrey playing the out route for the first down, just runs right by him for the touchdown.
And you think out route because, hey, it's 3rd and 7, right? They've struggled on.
Over the top for the touchdown.
Justin Jefferson is proving to be one of the most impressive receivers in the league. Struggled last week, 50-yard strike this week. Fake to Tyson Williams. Jackson flicks it to Andrews for a first down.
Action when things break down to adjust their routes and route combinations.
2nd and 6. This is Jackson.
Especially Lamar running the football.
Rolling away from the pressure. Across his body. What a grab by Rashad Bateman.
Running, and then he gets across the formation for that first down.
Jackson in trouble, and down he goes. Fake to Freeman. Jackson runs again. And he ducks that Baltimore has struggled in the pass game. 3rd and long. Jackson had that one deflected. Nice high hang time punt. And it will be down near the 5-yard line.
Defense the ball back with a short field.
It'll be a run for Dalvin Cook to start the drive. Cousins to throw. Into the middle of the field there. Toss play. Cook. First down and more. There goes Dalvin Cook. Now trying to maneuver around Chuck Clark. working past Humphries. Jefferson throws a block all the way down inside the 20. What a run by Dalvin Cook.
Guard, pull the tackle, get everybody out there, and then look at Dalvin Cook go. You got a middle of the field defender. If you can't beat a middle of the field defender, we need a new running back. Dalvin Cook can get that done, and then you get Jefferson down there throwing a block as well. And I tell you what, this is when it gets infectious. This is when everybody wants to throw a block.
3 yards. Almost 3 times as much that time. He'll go over the middle of the
To do today against this Ravens defense.
Madison. Maybe Cousins leaves it for Jefferson and has the first down. They're already 3 for 3. There goes Cook. Down to the.
It's so comfortable.
15 down here in Baltimore. Beautiful Sunday afternoon. Plenty of purple here at M&T Bank Stadium. 7-3, Minnesota. Cook slips one. Cook can't get there. 10th play of this drive. Cousins, back foot, lofting it. Incomplete, no flags. Now there is a flag thrown. Harbaugh incredulous.
Pass interference. Number 49, defense.
Fight through traffic. He's just wrapped around him. And I think he turns him a little bit at the end. I think he would have gotten away with it, but right here, his hand on the arm, you see how he turns him right?
And here is Cook. He lunges in for the touchdown to cap off the longest drive of the season for Minnesota.
Touch, and the ball crosses. Right there, the
down.
knee,
Yep,
he's a
ball
little
shot.
bit short.
Right up the gut. Cousins over the top and in.
Offside. Defense. Penalties decline.
Cousins and the Vikings today. Harbaugh frustrated in this first half. The 66-yard run, the longest of the season for Dalvin Cook, got things going. And a little purple rain over the top from Cousins. Lamar Jackson starts this drive from the 25. A little bit of pressure from Kenny Willekes. And Willekes finally. Jackson as Bateman.
Good catches, great hands at the point of attack.
And no Sammy Watkins again today for a third straight game.
Holding. Number 78.
Been by over on Wanham, and you see the hand on the inside right.
Jackson, good job by the Minnesota front to keep him contained momentarily. And this is where Jackson can make some stuff happen. Jackson. Second and long. Screen set up, and Freeman has a long way to go. Jackson's out in front of him trying to influence. There, Mark Andrews at the top. Andrews blocking on that side for Marquise Brown.
Just been a little out of sync, a little out of rhythm in their running game, which has really hurt them all the way across in everything they're doing.
Cook punts it out about from the 28, off the fake, and they dump it off to Ty Conklin. And he spins away from tacklers. Played point guard at Division II Northwood University in Michigan. There's Madison.
Defense.
Trying to convert on 3rd down and 1, and the Baltimore defense. Jordan Berry having a career best season. Fair catch signaled by Duvernay. That one is live. If it was touched by the Ravens and recovered by Minnesota, it will be Viking football. Duvernay has been one of the best punt return men in the league. Boy, he ran into Brandon Stevens. I should say Brandon Stevens ran into Duvernay.
Stevens, get out, get out, get
Ruling
out.
on the field as the receiving team did not touch the ball. It's an illegal touch by the kicking team. The ball will be placed at that spot. Timeout.
Devontae Freeman. Good run on 4th. After his 9-yard gain, they'll give it right back to their. Off the fake. Stepping up, wants to go deep. Instead, we'll check it down to Freeman, and it's incomplete.
The change.
Jackson pointing Freeman to help him with a block. Jackson trying to step away. Still on his feet, and somehow is able to get it away. Incomplete.
As well off the edge, number 79, getting the pressure.
3 straight punts now for the Ravens offense after the opening drive to play first half. From the 21. Cousins fires incomplete. Got hit.
About being efficient in 4-minute offense, and that's where you are.
There's Cook. Now, Cousins stepping up, lofting it past the sticks, and it's K.J. Osborne with
to K.J. Osborne.
Because now you're thinking, oh, Cousins is going to run. We have to move up to stop him. Right back to the ground. Remember, Brandon Williams is out today. That's why Ellis is getting a little more run. Cousins to Cook in the flat. Pressure off the edge. Cousins looking for his intended target. And Duvernay leads the NFL in punt return average. See if he can get a return here. He will not. And out to the 20. For Lamar Jackson. Jackson deep down the middle, and it is picked off. Cameron Bynum, the rookie, with his first career impact play in a Vikings uniform on defense.
React to Lamar Jackson. He goes back to the backside. He sees the tight end running the seam, and he just puts his foot in the ground, undercuts it right through the tight end route. And there it is right there. The rookie gets his interception.
He is in there for the injured Harrison Smith, for Harrison Smith, who's on the COVID reserve. It's for Cousins with 3 timeouts. From the 16. Cook. Cousins. Incomplete. That was Thielen in motion. Cousins looking outside for Jefferson. Joseph has been, Mark Ingram would say, why not trust Lamar Jackson? They've come back multiple times compared to where they've been, and you know what this Ravens offense can do in comeback situations. There's Jackson.
Just a quick out, get yourself in a rhythm a little bit, and then take off running.
They'll do it again with Jackson taking off. Good game and Justin Tucker. Jackson, deep shot. Hollywood Brown. Incomplete. A flick of the wrist is going to get the ball downfield. You have to do as much as possible to deter him. Well, you're not going to deter him on this run. He's going to move the chains into Minnesota territory. Baltimore trying to get something at the end of this first half. You're all caught up, and Jackson's ready to throw. Wants to. Does. Deep. Bateman. Flag is thrown.
Bateman, the rookie, he's just running a crossing route.
Number 23.
First and goal, Jackson, open man, it's Freeman, it's a touchdown for Baltimore. Cook and Lamar Jackson used to play against each other in high school. Oh, they looked like they were going to take a knee. They end up handing it off for Cook. Maybe a little bit of trickery there to a pick through the air. Let's go from Baltimore to Annapolis, about 30 miles away. Kurt Menefee and company have our Verizon halftime show. It's been a fun day in Annapolis.
That passing rhythm early in their first opportunity with the football.
Kene Nwangwu. Good return, big alley. And the speed, and Kene Nwangwu is gone! 97 yards for the rookie.
Watch from the standpoint of watch all these guys get funneled over here. He cuts back behind him. You got half your team over there, and then it's just find a lane and see if you can outrun the rest of that coverage team, which he is able to. Talk about starting.
Return touchdown last year against the Chiefs, and he'll have a chance to return this one. Devin Duvernay. Fake to Williams. Jackson, plenty of time, gets rid of it, and it. Williams.
Holding, number 70, offense, 10-yard.
Plenty of time, Jackson escaping the pocket. With some of that penalty yardage
and squeeze in the pocket.
Sidearm sling to Ricard. Trying to get to the sticks. Great effort by Ricard. Yeah. Freeman. Can he outrun him to the edge? He can. First down for Baltimore.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Minnesota bench.
Here he is on the sideline.
They're going to say you saw Josh Metellus bench of Minnesota for unsportsmanlike, and it moves Baltimore to the 41 in Viking territory. Nice catch by Ricard, the fullback, rumbling down all the way inside the 20-yard line to get into the red zone. Good keep by Jackson here. What a block by Villanueva, and there goes Jackson for another first down. First and goal from the 7. Oh, the snap to Duvernay. Little trickery there. Jackson keeps. Good job by Everson. Jackson keeps. Sidearm sling. Dangerous pass. You want to do Lamar. Right now the offense is out there.
Look at the hands right there. His hand.
Extra offensive lineman. Jackson. Back for the fullback. It's Ricard again. Touchdown of Patrick Ricard's NFL career. A 22-yard catch and run on that beautiful sidearm sling from Jackson. And then the touchdown. A 7-point game. What a start to the third in this game. Impressive series from Ricard for a touchdown. Back to a 7-point game. Here's what Cousins does a lot of, the bootleg game. Rest of this half. Cousins to Thielen. Flag is tossed. Offensive pass interference.
Number 18, offense.
Second and long. Cousins off the back foot, has Conklin. And plenty of time. Looking for Jefferson, incomplete.
Inside cutting route, then take it deep. If you run a deep route, come back to your quarterback.
Fake punt. It was a direct snap to the up man, and then a handoff to Wongwu, and he's done it again in special team. 44, and then handed it to 26 Wongwu.
Here he comes, Wongwu right across there, and you see everybody kind of hesitating going that way, and then beating everybody to the edge. And I'm telling you what, you want to talk about all three phases of the game, right? Wongwu and the special teams.
Movement up front. Cousins has an open man and Thielen underneath. First catch, just his second target for Adam Thielen. Here's Cook. Penalty marker thrown.
Holding. Number 72.
Second and long. Underneath, Conklin. Into Elliott. They're just one for their last 6 on third down. Cousin under pressure.
Force the incompletion.
Jordan Berry punts it away again. Devin Duvernay with a fair catch in uniform. No block for Le'Veon Bell, who's got a pulling block from his old teammate Vian. These teams utilize their fullbacks, Ham and Ricard. Jackson. Oh, that ball was loose for a moment, and he somehow recoiled it.
It's into the back of his own offensive lineman right here. You see it, Zeitler. Whoop. Ball up, ball down.
Play clock winding down. Fake to Duvernay. Jackson. What a play. Bias is out there on fourth down. They're going to go for it on the sneak. Jackson. Back at it with Freeman. Cincinnati in a 5-week stretch coming up for Baltimore. Second and 6. Past the sticks, first down. There's Mark Andrews. Edges is going to be huge with the running attack in this game. Jackson, take it off. And Lamar Jackson weaving into Minnesota territory. Over 100 yards rushing, a historic mark, tied by Jackson. But right now it's Minnesota in front by 7. Wongwu and Ricard, the stars of the show in quarter 3. It is undeniable, the quote from Mike Vick. Freeman, trick play, double pass, Jackson deep ball. Incomplete.
but you've just got to layer that thing. And I tell you what, the safety gets over there in time. I mean, it's got to be a perfect throw. A little bit late because the throw back to Lamar was late.
We'll go back to the... Jackson keeps it. Jackson has another first down.
Jackson keeps the ball, and now you got the number count advantage.
Jackson in a collapsing pocket is going to go down.
More to the ground.
It's like guarding a really good ball handler in basketball. You cannot get distracted with all the moves.
This is where you show the pressure.
Okay.
You drop back.
Yep.
See if you can get.
There's Marquise Brown and a first down on 3rd and long. From the 20. Freeman, Baltimore was looking for. They've had a couple of these this year. This one's 15 plays, now 16. It's Bateman. And first and goal. Freeman. Jackson into traffic. It is caught.
Throws that away.
Oh, wow.
It looks like an errant throw, but it's not. It's where he had to put it. Both knees on the ground. Duvernay bringing that in with just the right hand and throwing it away from the leverage over.
Boy, when you need him, Devin Duvernay has stepped up this year. An incredible catch. His second career reception for a touchdown. He's had Toss, Cook. Oh, through the gap came Patrick Queen. Cousins. That was tipped and incomplete. Just a 4-man rush. 3rd and long. Conklin. And he's brought down in space. Duvernay from the 25. Halfway through the 4th, Jackson and the Ravens in a tie game. Start with a pass to Brown in space. And Brown breaks the Boyd tackle. That was a little Oklahoma, Texas. Freeman trying to find the soft spot in the defense.
To come back and get right back on the field and play.
Le'Veon Bell spins off a tackle, and he
Just lean on the opponent.
right back to Bell. And Le'Veon Bell, Minnesota late in the first half. Here is Le'Veon Bell cutting for a first down, tying an NFL record for a quarterback. Here he goes again. Lamar Jackson lunging. He is going to be marked shot. First and goal. It's Le'Veon Bell for the lead. Dreadful fashion for Baltimore. They gave up a 97-yard kick return touchdown. Since then, touchdown, touchdown, and touchdown for the Baltimore offense. They lead it by 7. For Cousins again. Empty set from the 25, and he's got Ty Conklin for a gain. Cook. Good play by Josh Bynes.
For little to no gain.
3rd and 3. Cousins looking for C.J. Ham. The fullback makes the catch. There he goes inside the 30. Career 41 yards. Look at that grab.
The concentrate, the fullback bowl. We've got it going on right here.
Between Ricard and Ham.
And nobody touches Ham up.
The receiver was down by contact at the 41-yard line.
Oh, so they'll mark him down.
Okay.
Cook, good cut. And a good run and a missed tackle and a first down into the red zone. Cousins to the end zone. It is incomplete for Thielen. Here's Cook. And Cousins over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Side. Really excellent coverage.
Cousins. Past the sticks. He's got a first down to Justin Jefferson. And it's 1st and goal for Minnesota. The cut. Cook brought down by Ellis. Cousins throwing the fade for Thielen. It is caught for the touchdown. Thielen at 6'2" wins it.
And Thielen right here, they're looking for. No, I don't think there's a push off there. I don't.
A little hold your breath moment with the way kickers have to give Tucker an opportunity. Jackson can't take a sack in these spots though, and
Gets the bull rush right there. Unrelenting effort.
Number 43.
But a flag.
Defense. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Cameron Bynum in his huge turn.
At the top of your screen right here on Andrews, and you see him just clasp on.
So to the 30-yard line, 1st and 10. Oh, what a grab by Bateman as he stumbles down. Clock continues to move to 50 seconds. Oh, now things get a little chippy here as Bateman was holding on to it, and Eric Kendricks is trying to prevent him from getting to the line. Underneath. That's a 1st down for Andrews. There's field goal range. Looking for Bateman again. Incomplete, he said. 2nd down. Pressure from the Vikings. Quick pop to Andrews. Into Brown. Flag is thrown. Range for Baltimore.
Holding. Number 89.
Jackson. Will try to run up the middle, and he's going to get taken down. And this may burn the rest of the clock in regulation. In a back-and-forth ball game, in a season where these two teams have played tight game after tight game, overtime.
Tails. Minnesota gets to call the toss. He's called tails. It is heads. Baltimore is on the toss.
They'll start it from the 25-yard line. Throw to Brown on the screen. Working against Bynum, who forced one side, Ricard on the other, Freeman behind. And it is Freeman for the 1st down. The tired Minnesota defense trying to stop the run. Freeman with Minnesota calling for an illegal shift. Jackson. Past the sticks, Brown comes back. He's got it, and he's got a blocker in front.
Patience, run the football.
That's exactly what they do out of this big formation again. Freeman off the fake. Oh, that ball was deflected and taken away. Vikings have it. It's Anthony Barr with the biggest defensive play of the day. Anthony Barr, a clutch defensive play. Tipped it to himself and secured it. He's just going to toss the ball. After the timeout, Cousins on a drop. Swings it out for Cook. Cook. And he runs right into Tyus Bowser. 10 at the line of scrimmage for Baltimore. Here comes the blitz. Cousins throws. Incomplete. 4th down.
Baltimore's going to err on the side of being aggressive.
During the kick, holding. Number 44, return team.
Jackson. Rifles it for Brown and a 1st down.
By Lamar.
They go right back to the ground and Le'Veon Bell for a few. Vikings show some pressure now. Jackson throws wide, and he's got his target, Eric Tomlinson. Keep it on the ground with Bell, who's done most of his work in the 2nd half. Keeping it with Freeman. And Devontae Freeman looking to break one. He's inside the 40. From here, it'd be a 56-yard field goal. Here is Freeman again. Flag is thrown on the
Defense, 12 men on the field.
From the 34. Freeman again.
Holding. Number 85. Offense.
Back to the 44-yard line. Brown again. Another penalty marker is thrown, this time from the far side of the field.
Illegal formation, offense. Number 74 was not covered.
The line of scrimmage, they screwed that one up as well.
1st and 20. Jackson downfield, and it's caught by Brown again. And he's going to, out of a tight formation, a fake. Jackson keeps. Jackson advances. Tight formation. And Le'Veon Bell breaks through inside the 25 and churns inside the 20.
The team that can really lean on their identity, and that has been Baltimore so far today.
Justin Tucker delivers again, and the Ravens win it in overtime.